The Marvel Cinematic Universe has been an absolute disaster the past few years, all culminating with the complete and total failure of the Marvels at the box office. That's why you're seeing so many changes internally when it comes to Marvel Studios. Directors and writers being hired and fired, entire movies and TV series being rewritten from the ground up, or in some cases, completely and totally reshot. And with only one movie releasing next year, you can't exactly say the future looks bright for the MCU. But that one movie does have a lot of people interested because that's Deadpool 3. Despite the fact that way more than Deadpool 3 was initially supposed to come out, between the writer's strike, between the actor's strike, and of course, between them deciding to reshoot almost the entirety of the Captain America movie, Deadpool 3 is now the only movie that will release in theaters for the MCU, which is insane to think about considering how much they've been putting out over the last several years. And even as bad as the MCU has been, even with the disasters like Quantumania and the Marvels, I do still think the idea of Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman's Wolverine returning, along with so many of the cameos we know are going to be a part of this, I do think it's going to generate interest. I do think a lot of people are going to go see it, even if they've been down on the MCU lately. But one thing that's been coming in droves from this movie has been leaks. Not just the typical, oh, rumor mill here, rumor mill that. No. On-set photos of exactly what's going on, who's going to be in the movies, all the cameos, all the different people appearing. It's been insane. And it's gotten to the point where Ryan Reynolds is actually speaking out about this. Ryan Reynolds calls out Deadpool 3 set photo leaks and asks websites to hold back showing images before they're ready. And if you are one of those people that follows along, you'll know that so many characters, whether it's from the Fox X-Men, from the Fox Marvel movies, you've seen different vehicles from different iterations, whether it might be Fantastic Four or whether it might be an MCU movie. You're seeing a lot of things colliding in this movie that we know is going to be all about the multiverse. Well, Ryan Reynolds is now addressing all of these photos coming out. Surprises are part of the magic of theatrical movies. It's important for us to shoot the new Deadpool film in real natural environments using practical effects as opposed to making the movie indoors and digitally. I love that, first of all. I love the fact that they are doing that. I love the fact that they're doing it outside, that they're doing it as practical as they can, as opposed to just the green screen bullshit that we see from so many of these MCU movies right now. Telephoto lenses continue to spoil surprises and create a difficult situation for everyone. Here's hoping some of the websites and social channels hold back showing images before they're ready. The film is built for audience joy, and our highest hope is to preserve as much of that magic as possible for the finished film in the big screen. Part of the reason people post spoilers is because they're excited. I realize these aren't real-world issues, and it's firmly in the good problems bucket. I love making this movie. Now, the idea of leaks and things getting leaked from movies, this has been a part of, comic book movie culture or really entertainment culture for a long time now, for at least the past decade. And overall, I don't think the general audience, I don't know how engaged the general audience is with this stuff. I think it's mostly hardcore people that are searching these things out and following these channels and finding stuff like that. So I don't know how big of a deal it really is at the end of the day. And I would also say that I think the No Way Home leaks were probably strategic in order to generate excitement for No Way Home, but of course that happened much closer to the movie's actual release. Overall, I understand why people want these leaks, why people are interested in them, because he's right. Ryan Reynolds is right. It's all about excitement, and that is a good thing. But of course, you don't want a big spoiler in the movie, to be ruined because of something like this. So I understand what he's saying. I understand what he's asking. I don't have a problem with him asking it. He's not sitting there really shitting on fans or anything like that. He's simply asking, hey, if you guys could maybe think about not spoiling some of these awesome surprises that we have because we think we have an awesome movie, whether they do or not, that remains to be seen. I don't have any faith that it's going to be good. However, I do think it's going to be a successful movie with all the cameos and Hugh Jackman returning, and just because people do like Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. But it's gotten to the point where he feels like he needs to call it out and desperately ask that maybe somehow some of these websites, some of these leakers don't run with these pictures. I don't think that's going to happen. I guess you might need to find a better way to hide from some of these telephoto lenses, do something, but I don't think this is going to stop anytime soon. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Do you think Ryan Reynolds is off base for asking for people not to leak stuff, or do you think the people that are leaking stuff, it's just gone too far? It's gotten too ridiculous at this point that sometimes we know everything that's going to happen in this scene or in this movie before it even comes out. And I would even argue that, some of the stuff that's come out there, I do think has made people way more excited for the movie. When we first saw Hugh Jackman in that suit, in that yellow and blue suit, I think people, if you were excited for it, you probably went way up, and people that maybe were going to give it a pass all of a sudden got hyped just by seeing Hugh Jackman like that. So I do think that it cuts both ways. Sure, it can ruin surprises, but it can also get people really fucking hyped. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.